having a conversation with a coworker, and we're talking about religion. I know you're not supposed to talk about religion at work, is what they say, but if the opportunity permits itself, I will take it. So we're discussing religion, and I'm trying to help him understand my view of Islam as far as it being the completion of all the other religions. That Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the seal of all the prophets. And he comes back to me and he says, so you mean to tell me, if another prophet were to come, you wouldn't believe in him? I say, I mean, based off my book, that's not going to happen. He said, but God can switch it up. He said, he can change his mind. I said, that would be like a lie then. So you think God can lie, right? He said, yes. Conversation stopped. And I started to think to myself how blessed I am, how blessed we all are to have Islam. To have Islam, to have the structure that Islam brings. Because there's a lot of people out there who don't have it, and their entire life is just chaos. It's just chaos. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this religion. And inshallah, He allows us to hold on tight to it. There's a saying that the truth will set you free. We know the saying, but we also understand that for some people the truth is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's difficult for them to swallow sometimes. But just like any medicine, sometimes you got to figure out a way to swallow it. And I'm having this conversation again, and he said there's so many religions out here. Like how can no one knows what the true one is? Like God should tell us. God should come down and let us know exactly what the right religion is. Life, which we understand is a test, it is the only test that people expect the tester to give them the answers while they are taking it. It's the only test we expect. I mean, think about it. If you're taking a test, your final exam, and you come across a question that you're struggling with. Now you know based off of your studies or the other classes prior that the answer was in that it was already stated. But as the test is going on, this final exam, and you come across a question that's too hard for you, you don't raise your hand and say, teacher, I need the answer to this. They're going to look at you crazy. Because the answers were already given. It was up to whether or not you took them, whether or not you were paying attention, whether or not you were focused enough. It's up to you. You can try to wing it if you want. You can try to wing it. And I can get you transcripts of my Wayne State University, and I will show you exactly what will happen if you try to wing the test. I have proof. So if we try to wing this in life, we will probably fail at it as well. That's the gist of it. We will fail if we try to wing this as well. We have been blessed again that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a guide. We would not expect for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put us here on life in the greatest test that we will ever face and not prepare us. He prepares us. In the Quran, and the beautiful thing about the Quran is that it has it's this living document. And depending on where you are at in life, it may serve different purposes for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states this in the Quran, where He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. هذا بصائر للناس وهدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون. And the English translation is, this, referring to the Quran, is an enlightenment to all of mankind. So for every single human being, the Quran, it is an enlightenment. It is an eye-opener for them. If you read it, you should get out of it that this is the truth. This is the truth. If you walk into a dark room, a pitch black room, which is essentially what life is for many people, by time surely man is in lost. So if you do not have the light on, you will be lost. The Quran flips the switch for us. It serves as an enlightenment for us. That's for all of mankind. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in this verse, وَخُدَانْ وَرَحْمَةٌ, and it serves as a guidance and a blessing for those who accept the truth. So for the individuals, for us, inshallah, as Muslims and Muslims, inshallah, who accept the truth, Islam is no longer just an enlightenment. Now it serves as our GPS. Now it serves as our map. That's the beautiful thing about it. But it's whether or not we accept it, whether or not we accept that this is our map to get us to where we want to get to. Because there are some people who will profess, I'm Muslim. This is the truth. But then they say, well, at the same time, I want to do something else. I know a lot of people tells me that I should stay clear from this, but so there are some people who accept this as the truth, but they do not use it as the GPS, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to. So it's important that we use this as the map, as our map. Because at the end of the day, when we speak about truth, when we talk about truth, every single human being that has ever walked the face of the planet will one day understand what truth is. One day they will understand what truth is. And to take it back to the analogy of taking a test. Once you take the test, something happens at the end. You get it back. You get it back. And when you get it back, you can see exactly how you did. The answer that you got wrong, normally the teacher says, this is the correct answer. So even if you didn't get it right while you were taking the test, you will one day understand what the truth is. Now, the successful people are the ones who understood what the truth was while they were taking the test. They put the answer on the test. They knew the answer before they took the test, so to speak. So, inshallah, we are the successful. That we know what the truth is. And the unsuccessful people will be the ones when it's all over with, when it's done, then the truth is revealed to them. So after we pass away, then the truth will be revealed that this was the truth. And inshallah, we are not of those individuals. Inshallah, we are not of those individuals. Inshallah, we take the truth now, we accept the truth, and not only do we accept the truth, we apply it in our everyday lives to serve as that map that we definitely need. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are examples in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lets us know exactly, again, that we will one day be reminded, or we know what the truth is. In Surah Yasin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the story of the inhabitants of the city. And he talks about how he sent messengers, 2 messengers to a city. And the messengers came and they gave the people in the city the message. And the people, they did not take it. They did not accept it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he strengthened those 2 messengers with the 3rd messenger. He sends another messenger to them. Imagine a town that has 3 prophets, 3 messengers sent to them. And they all said the same thing. They all said the same thing. One God, obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The people still did not accept it. And they were going back and forth with these messengers. And they were telling them, you need to stop what you're doing, bro. You keep it up, we're going to have to stone you. You keep it up, we're going to stone you to death. That's what they told him. And the prophet said, hey, what you got to do? I'm going to continue to share this message. And while this is going on, an individual from the town came running. An individual came running. And he tried to tell the people of the town, like, what are you doing? Accept the message. Accept it from these individuals. They're not asking anything from you. They're not coming requesting money from you. They don't want anything in return. Accept the message from them. This one individual in the town, he understood it. He knew what the truth was. And then in the Quran it's implied that the townspeople killed him. So they killed that individual who came and told the townspeople to accept this message. But the beautiful thing about this story is after they killed the individual, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him to enter paradise. So they took him out, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, into paradise. And in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states that once the man entered paradise, he said, and I'll read the English, would that my people knew what I know. Would that my people knew what I know, how my Rob has granted me forgiveness and included me among the honored ones. He knew the truth before, he applied the truth in his life, he died, and now it was just confirmation that everything that he believed in before, everything that these messengers were saying before, it was absolutely true. And he said, if only my people knew what I have now, if only they would have accepted before. Look at where I'm at. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me paradise, if only they knew. So that's one story of a believer and what happens. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also shares stories of what happens to the disbelievers. In Surah Al-Mulk, it talks about how when the disbelievers go into when they die and what happens to them. And they're put into the hellfire, and a messenger, an angel will ask them, like, did you not get the message? And they said, we did, but we turned him away. We did, but we didn't believe it as true. We did not accept it as true. And then they would say, they will say, and they will say, if only we had been listening or reasoning, we would not be among companions of life. So even they too, they know what the truth is now. But it's too late for them. Because they're already in the hellfire. It's too late for them. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevents us from being of the people who have not accepted this message, who do not understand that this is the truth, and who will not be in the hellfire. But it's important that we accept it now, that we see that this is the truth now, and we take the Quran and we apply every single thing that's in it to our everyday lives. And inshallah, if we do that, we'll be successful. Oh Allah, bless us with good in this life, and bless us with good in the next life. And please save us from the torments of the fire. One of the ways, for me at least, that I can, it's easy for me to confirm that the religion of Islam is the truth, is if you've ever got into a debate or a discussion with someone discussing religion, well, you will find that as Muslims, you are debating with the other individual about the foundation of their beliefs, right? About the foundations of their beliefs. So if you are debating with a Christian, you say, you honestly believe Jesus died for your sins. That's the foundation of it. Or that Jesus came back in the form of God. That's the foundation of their religion. They do not question the foundation of Islam. They do not question the foundation of Islam. Never do they say, so you believe that there's one God? Like they don't try to debate that. They don't debate our beliefs. If anything, they debate actions that are founded or that are based off of the foundation of our religion. For example, so y'all can't eat pork. That's not a belief. We don't eat pork because we believe that this is the book of God. So the belief is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed revelation. And this is the revelation. And in that revelation, he said on pork. So y'all can have multiple wives. Yeah. As long as we can convince our wives that it's okay. But that's what they struggle with. They don't question us on the foundation of the religion itself. They don't say, oh, so you believe in prophets, because they believe in prophets too. So you believe in the hereafter. They believe in the hereafter too. There's nothing, if you think about the 6 pillars of faith that they question you about. Islam is the truth. Islam is 100% the truth. And it's important that we accept that. It's also important that we as Muslims, who inshallah strive to be Muslims, that we apply it. And that there's a verse in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, enter into the religion wholeheartedly, or completely, or perfectly. And we as Muslims need to start doing that. We need to start being Muslims. And in that same verse, he said, do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan. Enter into the religion wholeheartedly and do not follow the footsteps of the Shaitan. You just had an election. Marijuana is now legal. And now you have Muslims who are, hey, it's legal now. Let's talk about it. I was on Facebook, and there was a post by a Muslim sister, and she was like, when was the first time y'all smoked weed? She was like 15, other Muslims 16, 17. I'm saying, oh no, come on, y'all, we better than this. We are better than this. We cannot be guided by society. We have the Quran. We cannot, just because society says it's okay now, we cannot accept it. And if you do it, at least hide it. No, I'm being dead serious. If you do it, at least hide it. And that's something that we as Muslims have to start doing. We have to be Muslims. We have to understand that every single thing that we do, we will be accounted for. It will be accounted for. There's a hadith with the Prophet Muhammad, and he's walking with the Sahaba, and they say, even this little morsel of food, like, we're going to be accountable for that? He says yes. So it's important that we as Muslims start being Muslims. And that means we have to protect what we see. We have to protect what we hear, what we say. Every single thing, we have to be Muslims wholeheartedly, perfectly, completely. That's what we need to do. Again, you cannot fall into the traps of Shaitan. We should not do it. We can't do it. There's some good shows out here that we watch that we probably shouldn't be watching. And I think I stated before that one of the tricks of the devil that he will tell us that we are an adult. You can do it. If you think about the movies that we watch as adults, we don't let the kids watch it. This is an adult show. And in those adult shows, you have nudity, you got bad language. But we are an adult, we can watch these things. It's okay for us. Where? Why? I'm talking to myself too. Because there's some shows that I would watch, some good shows. Y'all ever seen Marco Polo? Like, there's some good shows. But after a certain point, we have to say, no, we gotta be Muslim. Because when they're doing the ratings, and when they're trying to see which households are watching these shows, they don't take into effect whether or not you close your eyes, whether or not you turn your head. Is the television on? Is that program on? Then it counts. And if it counts, unfortunately, it means that we are supporting it. And if we continue to support it, they will continue to push the envelope. They don't hear the conversations about, they're always trying to put some homosexuality in these shows. You may dislike it, but if the television is on, is counting. So it's important that we as Muslims need to start being Muslims wholeheartedly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that we are the best of nations as an example for mankind. We are the best of nations for an example of mankind. But let's not get too full of ourselves and think that we are privileged. Because it's not a privilege. Because even that statement, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala follows it up with why we are the best of nations. We're not the best of nations just because we're Muslims. He said we are the best of nations for the example of mankind. Why? Because we enjoin what is good and we forbid what is evil. Which means the moment that we no longer do those things, the moment that we no longer tell people you should do the right thing or you shouldn't do the wrong thing, that moment we are no longer the best example for mankind. It's important. Now, again, I'm talking to myself because there's so much stuff that I can do that I need to get better. But we have to start trying our best to be Muslims wholeheartedly and don't allow society to tell us what we should and should not do. Polygamy is okay. I'm joking. My wife is not here today, so I can get away with saying some of these things. So Sabrina, please you don't have to text my wife and tell her what I said. I'm not trying to get in trouble when I go back home. But no, but honestly, we just have to you have to accept it. You have to accept everything about this religion. And once you accept it, as truth, then you have to apply it. And that is our duty. And inshallah, we can do that. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us to be guided, and He keeps us guided. Inshallah, He strengthens our faith, and He makes us Muslims. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Oh Allah, bless us for good in this life, and bless us for good in the next life. And please save us from the torment of the fire. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واغفر عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا انصرنا على القوم الكافرين. Our Lord, lay down on us a burden greater than we have strength to bear. Lay down on us a burden like you laid on those before us. Blot out our sins and grant us peace and forgiveness. Have mercy on us. Thou art our protector. Help us against those who stand against faith. Ameen. Alhamdulillah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Could be our last one, brothers and sisters.
Before you start, there's a phone out in the hallway that's going off, the alarm. I don't know who it is. If you want to turn it off.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.